What is happening, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of GKDR. Episode 97 still, actually, because, we weren't here last week. We're sorry about that. But we're here this week, and that's all that matters. Today is Tuesday, March
Tuesday.
10th, Tuesday. And as always, I am your hostess with the mostess, and I will be guiding you through our episode today. I am always joined by my brother-in-arms, my fellow gamer, my duder, DJ Sinfe. DJ, how you doing this Tuesday?
What's going on, man? Just chilling.
Not much. It's been, oh, I don't know. It's not been like a bad week or anything. Like it's just been like a week,
We kind of just
kind of so
started,
far. Yeah, yeah. My face isn't as swollen as it was yesterday, so that's sick.
Yeah, I totally forgot about like your face swelling up until like during the podcast episode when I saw you didn't have your camera on, and I just like then I remember it. I was like, oh yeah,
It was
like that happened.
it was so bad. Like my top lip is like still like a teeny tiny bit puffy. Um, but whatever. I've
Yeah,
always
man, you look
kind of
like you
had
got
really
stung by a bee. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yesterday it definitely I definitely looked like a dog that had like swallowed a bee type
Mm-hmm.
scenario. Like I got like a bug bite in the inside of my mouth and it was just like but like yeah, no, it was but I'm doing better now. Like it's not as horrible. Like my lip kind of hurts today, but whatever. I guess I'd rather have that than it be like super duper swollen, I suppose. Because at least I can like move it and talk and eat, and I'm not like drooling accidentally because my mouth doesn't
Mm-hmm.
close properly.
I
But
see.
yeah, yeah. You're just working 6 a.m. every day of your life now, right?
Yeah, thank God I didn't work today. I slept in,
We had today
but
off.
yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
But my circadian rhythm is like just so thrown off by the 6 a.m., 6 a.m., sleep until noon, 6 a.m. You know, it's like and some days like I can't sleep at all, so it'll be like just straight up just like maybe sleep for up to like 3 hours and then go to work.
Oh
Um
yeah, dude. I've definitely done that. I totally had evenings where like it'll be like 3 in the morning when I go to sleep, and I'm like, cool. That 6:15 alarm is gonna suck ass.
yeah. Yeah, man. So it's something, but like I guess I also close on Saturday. So
Love that for you. Do you open on Sunday?
I open Friday and then close the next day. So I guess I get
Cool,
a little bit
cool.
more to sleep, but then like I'd be sleeping through until like 12 and then I'll
Yeah.
just like get up straight to go to work yet again.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
Could
It
be
could be
better. That's
phenomenally
for sure.
worse, but it could definitely be better.
Could be better.
Could definitely be better for sure.
But when we've been despite that, we've definitely been able to get some gaming in
Yeah,
recently.
for sure.
We're going to be talking a little bit more about that here shortly. But we're not talking about our whack work schedules because y'all don't want to hear about that. Y'all are here for something else. Because today on Good Kraken's Death Ratio, we are talking Escape Will Make Me God. Xbox takes a step forward, PlayStation takes a step back, and much, much more because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, where we are slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all of the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you want to get ahead of that curve, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there.
Hmm. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you should do that. Do that
Leave a
review.
review.
DJ, keeping things moving right along. What do we have first, as always?
We got some critical hits.
Sure do. Critical hits.
Hmm.
As always, this is just a little bit of news about us and what's going on with our bullshit and our shenanigans and our podcast stuff. For those of you that care about that. So yeah. As
Yeah.
always, please check out goodkraken.com. It's our one-stop shop for merchandise. We do have some new Songs of the Abyss D&D related merchandise coming soon. I believe that's going to be happening sometime after Xander gets back from his trip.
Hmm.
Uh, and you can also check out the latest episodes of all of our podcast content, including uh, Songs from the Abyss. Apparently, we're still on episode 31. I double checked YouTube. Um, there
Yeah.
must have been some happenings that has prevented Sir Ocean Shrine from uploading the next episode. But I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. He's always cooking on it.
Mhm.
But that's on there. You can still, as always, check out the previous, still latest episode of Songs from the Abyss. A little bit of magic.
Mhm.
Go check that. You can
Yeah.
also check out the latest episode of the Shipwreck Show, episode 207, titled Let the Hate Flow, where we talk shit about people who were losers in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
And it's fine because I was also a loser in high school,
But
so
there's
I
like
don't feel
even
bad
more
for talking shit.
losers, like way more
But
losers.
there's even more. There were people that were even more of a loser than me,
Mhm.
and that's impressive. So we just talk some shit, just good old shit talking. I live
Mhm.
for it. DJ's soul remains pure.
That's not true, but yeah,
Um,
I just don't have disdain for people from high school. I have disdain for like other
you thought I
people.
had disdain, just not from people
Yeah,
from
just
high
not
school.
for anyone in high. Like I'm just like I just don't care.
And then we talk
Uh,
about France a little bit for
yeah, yeah, for a lot of
on
it actually.
for a lot of it actually. I don't know. It was an interesting episode. Check it out. Uh, the France has nothing to do with us talking shit about people from high school. Completely
Hmm.
unrelated.
Yeah.
It was honestly the strangest pivot ever. But yeah, you can also be prepared for the latest episode of 20,000 Films coming this Friday. Movie franchises that deserve sequels.
Hmm.
And our last announcement, Splash Damage is back as pre-recorded Let's Play content on YouTube. You can check out our
YouTube.
ongoing playthrough of Reanimal and our upcoming gameplay of Are We There Yet, as well as John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. So be on the lookout for those. Those will be coming soon. I believe we have still 5 episodes more in our Reanimal
Mhm.
playthrough, so we're only on 3. I
Heck
think
yeah.
we did it in 8, maybe 9. If I am not 100% sure. Um, so be sure to check that out. Not a super long Let's Play, but a really fun one. Our first official one of returning to do that. So we also have. Oh, we are also doing a Let's Play of Split Fiction. That's upcoming as well. Lots of pre-recorded gameplay content for those of you that missed our gameplay shenanigans in the past. Um, but that is all on the GK front. That's what is new from us. But we also have some other new things coming up in our next segment where we are going to be putting together the list of the most upcoming games in the line of sight.
Line of sight. Woo.
Yes, yes. We are going to be talking about some stuff that are releasing. Not a whole lot of games coming out in the next week, but we're
Mhm.
going to let you know what is available. Of course, this is coming from Game Informer for the releases for the year. As always, this doesn't cover every single game releasing. This is just the prominent ones covered in their article. As always, if there are games not featured in this list that you are excited about, let us know in the comments below because we want to hear about those, please. We're always looking for new games. But without further ado,
New games.
starting March 10th, the day of this recording, we have coming out Grand Blue Fantasy getting ported to PC, Mr. Sleepy Man coming out on PC, and that's it. That's it for March 10th.
Yeah,
Just
March 10th.
two little titles.
Today
That's
for
it.
today, it's just that's it.
Yeah,
For PC,
not a
two
lot.
PC
Uh,
releases.
but yes, some more upcoming titles. One that is a little bit more highly anticipated. We have coming out on March 12th. 1348 X Voto that is going to be releasing on PlayStation 5 and PC. We also have Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake coming out on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, and PC on March 12th. We've got a sequel to a popular AA game coming out. We've got Greedfall: The Dying World releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC March 12th. Kind of a miracle that's getting released. Their developer recently had some issues with one of their shareholders
Oh,
not paying a loan and like not making a loan payment, and like they almost couldn't release the game because they were having to like restructure and liquidate assets to be able to keep their doors open.
jeez, dude, no
And so it
way.
was rough times over at I'm not familiar with the with off the top of my head the developer of Greedfall, but they were in a rough patch. So grateful this is still coming out. Also releasing on March 12th, we have a game I'm super excited for, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC. We also have Rel, Warped Worlds and Troubled Times, releasing on PC March 12th. Solasta 2, releasing into early access on PC March 12th. And then moving into the 13th, we have Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. We have WWE 2K26 releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. Again on the 13th, a new Starship Troopers game coming out, Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. I'm pretty sure this is a boomer shooter,
Yeah, like
if I
twin stick,
recall.
or is it like
I'm gonna look.
top down twin stick shooter? Let me see.
Ultimate
Let's.
Bug War.
Oh no, this is a first person shooter.
Yeah, it's a boomer shooter. Like it's like Duke Nukem, like Doom, like that
Oh,
style.
like
Bolt
a
gun,
Serious Sam
like
type
that.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, like low, like deliberately like lower quality graphic, like high poly count, like type deal. Like it's definite high pixel, low poly, like that sort of graphic
I
design.
see.
It's a retro aesthetic game.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. That's coming out on the 16th. And then our last release for this week, ending on a lame note, we have The Seven Deadly Sins Origin, releasing on PlayStation 5 and PC, coming out the 16th. The downfall of that anime manga franchise should be studied. Wow. But yeah, that's what we got coming up in the game release franchises or game releases. I don't know why I said franchises and game releases the next week. Thanks, Game Informer. Let us know if there's something coming up you're excited for. Let us know what you're most excited for in the next week. Are you going to be playing any of the titles we announced, or are you going to be playing something else? Uh, we're going to keep that ball rolling though, DJ,
Yes, sir.
because it's time. It's time to talk. It's time to talk about that good shit. The video games that we get to play. The whole reason we even wanted to do this sort of podcast in the first place is because we love video games. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so DJ, what is our next segment?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's hit the main menu. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's go down. We don't want to make
Yeah.
a new game, but let's select
Yeah.
a new chapter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To the chapter select.
Chapter select.
You know what I'm
Woo!
saying? Yeah, yeah. You missed that collectible. You need to run it back. Chapter 2 real quick. You
Mm-hmm.
want to? You 100% run. But yeah, no. Chapter select. It's our hands-on segment providing first impressions, individual game reviews. That we've recently been playing, whether they've been new or old, and we've got a new title that we are going to be reviewing for you guys here today. We are doing our initial impressions review of Bungie's latest release, their title, Marathon. This
Oh
is
yeah.
a continuation slash reboot of an original title by the same IP. This was developed, as I said, by Bungie, published by Sony Entertainment Interactive and Bungie. Some of their previous titles include Marathon 1994, the Halo franchise up to Halo Reach, Destiny, and Destiny 2. They've got a legacy, right?
Mhm.
Release date for this title was March 5th, 2026, releasing on PC, Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Quick synopsis of the game: scavenge the lost colony of Tau Ceti 4 in this new survival extraction FPS from the creators of Halo and Destiny. Infill into the dark sci-fi world of Tau Ceti 4, a derelict colony rife with runners, UESC security forces, and unpredictable environments. As you scavenge for valuables with the crew or alone, tense exploration breaks into fast-paced PvP combat. Exfil to assemble stronger builds with your stolen loot, then put your gear back on the line to seek greater fortunes in your next run. So,
Oh.
I'm not going to lie, my mouth actually kind of hurts because I've been talking consistently for a few minutes. So, DJ, why don't you lead us off on this first hands-on impression? You've got more experience. We both like extraction shooters, both love the genre, have different origins, but have kind of gotten into some of the originals that pioneered this franchise, a la Tarkov, a la Hunt Showdown,
Mhm.
right? We played Arc Raiders. Now we're playing Marathon. After talking mad shit for months, right? We've made our
Yeah,
decision to.
there was never a game. Well, I wouldn't say never, but there there's always a
Rarely
game
a
that we
game that we
wanted to
have
fail.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one's the most we've wanted to fail ever.
yeah.
Like,
I would definitely say this is the most. I was just like, nah, fuck this game before it launches. I'm not that guy, but this time I was that guy.
yeah,
Uh,
Bungie sullied their like respect from us, like with not only how they've been handling Destiny 2 when we were playing it, and at the same time everything, with the layoffs and the
Issues with
stealing, yeah,
CEO,
issue with CEOs and stealing of art,
plagiarism.
yeah, plagiarism, like blatant plagiarism. But they have remedied that before release. So that artist has been paid and credited. Um,
Yep. Yep.
so
Was given a position as an art consultant, officially credited in the credits of Marathon. Uh, uh, they specifically said that they feel happy with how it was resolved.
mhm.
So like honestly, like if they're happy, we're happy. Like I can't really like the
Yeah,
artists that had
you
their
can't
work
just stay mad.
incriminated from.
You know what I mean? It's
Like
not.
like if they're good, we're good. That's
Yeah,
how I
brother.
kind of
Yeah.
have to see that. Um,
So, um,
So we bit the bullet. We bit the bullet, and we've decided. You want to know what? We're gonna take the L and realize that we've said a lot, and now we're doing something different. Um, and we're gonna see if our shit talk was warranted, or if we ended up having a decent experience with this game. Without further ado, tell us, DJ, how it started.
yeah, so Marathon marketed as an extraction shooter, and this has become kind of these last 2 years have been 2025 and now 2026 have been the year of the extraction shooter. A lot of people are like now in the mainstream, now being aware of this genre of video game because with the popularity of Arc Raiders, people are now finally starting to understand, but not really understand, why this genre is so popular. Um, it's it's been, and now I think I think people are just sick of it because I think they find out that they just don't like this style of game for some reason or another, or whether or not they have like fun playing this game, this type of
I
genre of
definitely feel
game.
like this is one of those genres that you play and you either legitimately start enjoying it, you enjoy it from the start, or you come to terms with the fact that this shit's not for you.
Yeah. And I think it all comes down to aesthetic and world building. And I've literally said this to you even before Arc Raiders came out. I said it is like the what makes or breaks a game in this genre is its world building and its progression.
Yes. Why
And
are you doing what you're doing?
yeah, like there has to be a
Why
point.
does the cycle of death make sense?
Yeah, why like you need something to justify the gameplay loop of go in, get loot and try to get out. And that's basically what this is. Marathon luckily is bouncing off of this aesthetic that was already kind of established with their previous titles way back in the day. But now has kind of have has a more stylized aesthetic to it with the consulting
Yeah,
of that
definitely.
specific particular artist in there. They what they've learned from doing Destiny 1 and 2, which had a like a sci-fi, a grounded sci-fi aesthetic um to now
Yeah.
a like retro 90s
Like 90s
cyberpunkish,
neon.
yeah, neon, like not cyberpunk, but like I guess super like future, like
It's honestly
neo
it's actually
futuristic,
like
yeah.
it's neo-futuristic, but it's also like so dude, it's actually like so core cyberpunk
Yeah.
because we're it's cyberpunk before it started getting redefined by like popular media like Blade Runner. Like
Yeah.
this is we're talking like Ghost in the Shell. Like this is cyberpunk in the way that Ghost in the Shell is
Yes.
cyberpunk.
Yes. There's like and we I made this connection a few days ago when me and Garrick were playing. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Creator, which we have done a review on, if you want to check that one, The Creator, it's just like that. It feels like um that type of thing. It's the futuristic curves and bright colors mixed in with like very grounded serifed fonts and like edge, like kind
Dude,
of
yeah, dude,
regal
the
edge.
font is so the font is dude, I'm so glad that you brought that up. I don't know why that's such a goofy small thing about this game that I'm just like, ooh, it contrasts just so nicely with the other aesthetics because it is aggressively neo-futuristic to
It's
the
like it's
point
like
to where like
Akira. It's like Akira, like in that sense, like
yeah.
in
And
very
I
much.
love the fact that it's so neo-futuristic that it's like, no, no, no. Like this are the aesthetic of the humans is so stark that it's going to look unnatural against the natural background of this planet. And like it doesn't look like we terraformed shit. It literally just looks like we
Like we
started
just placed
plopping down
outposts.
buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
and we're just trying to get onto this planet for resources, and
Yeah.
right, and like and you're just like, wow, you're like it's so human, and like it's so human looking against
Yeah.
like
It's like
the
human, but
organics
like
of
we're
Tau
so
Ceti.
far from it. Like the
Yeah,
visual of it is very striking. So that's points there because of course the original Marathon games is if you were a fan of them, this is not where you're gonna find. This is kind of where you're gonna find some similarities. The lore. This is at
woo,
82
I'm actually liking
years,
that a lot.
82 years since the first few games. Um, so, but there's still connection, and right now that connection is being formed through
Yeah,
in-game
it's a
events.
direct connection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
direct connection. So, even though it's a reboot, there's still a direct connection to the previous games. It's just not going to be in the package that you would expect the previous games were going to, that were. So,
yeah, not like strongly narrative. There is a narrative. It's the narrative is so like it's so Bungie written, right?
yeah, it's
Like
so
it's
Destiny
all kind
coded.
of coded in it's all
Yeah,
coded in mystery. There's lore drops and like I bet you if you went back through and like and looked at all of the various faction like intro videos, you could probably glean so much.
yeah. So, and because I wanted to talk firstly about aesthetics and world building because that's what's really gonna reel you into this game.
That's what
More,
sets it the most
yeah,
apart, right?
that's what sets it the most apart from Arc Raiders. I think that's why Arc Raiders was so unique and it had such a big boost in popularity because of that kind of also a different form of like retro
Yeah, they went
futuristic,
retro
but like
futuristic.
it's more like 70 the idea of like the 70s future mixed in with like a little bit of punk, a little bit of Mad Max vibes.
Yeah, like that's it's like what I don't even know like salvage punk. Like,
Yeah, like
like it's just like everything like
it's very
it's mishmash of like what you've got.
it's kind of like Starfield in a sense. It's like a futuristic, like I don't know. It's definitely more grounded in that sense. So, but for Marathon, we got these bright colors, these mix of like blocky and serif fonts. We have these cast of characters that you get to play as. And what do I mean by that? So, the lore reason is that you, the player, is an actual person, and you get to control
You
temporarily
are a
a
you are
shell.
a person. You are a person in you are a person in the legal sense.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
exist in this world. Whoever you embody, wherever your headcanon is, you exist in this world, and the way you, I guess, gather resources for your character or whatnot, and for whatever you're working towards, is you go through a shell. You kind of like neural link into the ether or the internet or whatever, like, and wire
You
yourself.
literally you are quite literally a mercenary who has voluntarily ditched their flesh suit to have their full consciousness synthesized into a database to be temporarily inserted into biosynthetic shells.
Yeah, so basically you're AI.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like when your
yeah,
cell dies, you exist in the in between. You're not alive nor dead. Your consciousness is just stored someplace until
yeah,
you get
you're
reprinted like Mickey 17.
yeah, yeah. Like, yes, exactly. Just like Mickey 17, where it's this, you kind of boot yourself into a shell, or and that shell is its own person. So you have, I believe, 6 characters.
Six?
6.
Yeah.
So, and each character, each shell, you get to choose before each raid, each instance of when you're jumping in, and they all have different abilities and different passives.
Mhm.
I have been playing a lot of triage. He's the medic kind of support class of shell, and Garrick has been bouncing between destroyer, which is the shell you kind of start off with in the tutorial. He has a big
Yeah,
shield
he's
and he
he's
shoots
basically
rocket.
the Titan. Like
He's basically the Titan. He's basically
he's got like this
big
big
body.
shield. Like it's got like a yeah he's got like this
He's the
big
tank.
huge like hard light shield that you can generate. It's so fucking Tron actually.
Yeah.
And like he's the beefy boy. He's got like he's got like a shoulder mounted like missile launcher. Yeah, and I've been hopping between him and Recon.
And recon, yes, and recon is what you would think. It's have a
It's exactly
surveillance
what it
little
sounds like.
drone,
Recon.
surveillance bug. Also passive ability. If an enemy player pings you, you'll know. And we've been having a lot of fun. Um, but before I talk about more gameplay stuff. So before that, you pick up contracts through respective organizations within these factions that exist within the
Six
game.
of them.
6 factions. So we have Cyber Acme, which is the
The
faction
de
you start off with.
facto.
Yeah, that's the one you start off with, and they kind of the story weaves itself in a way where you get introduced to the other factions through the faction you start off with. And each faction
Yeah,
gives off its
what was their motto? Cyber Acme. It's everything runs on Cyber Acme, or it doesn't run at all.
yeah. So this is kind of like they claim to be like the neural net, like this is what everything runs through.
Yeah,
But the other
they're like
factions,
the Matrix. They're like the
yeah,
corporation that controls the Matrix.
yeah. So the other factions also kind of advertise to you. You'll as soon as you get to meet them and do their contract,
Make a call.
you'll kind of get a glimpse of the vibe that they're going for. Each faction has a different goal and different purpose, but gameplay wise, each faction has a upgrade tree or upgrade web that provides you with different types of free or affordable gear through the in-game shop, basically, so you can gear up your character a little bit more between raids. um, and so eventually you kind of have to you'll experience with all the factions. There's no uh, I guess there's no disadvantage from hopping from one faction to another, but me and Garrick were talking and seeing if eventually maybe we'll get to see kind of um, faction loyalty just out of the player base, um,
Yeah.
because there is faction specific rewards and upgrades. So, but each faction specializes in a different thing. One faction specializes in PvP, so you'll see a lot of
Yeah, they have like
weapons
a
and
gameplay. They have like a gameplay philosophy that like
yeah,
impacts like how you might interact with your run, respectively. Like
yeah,
Traxxas is going to be more about like it's
mods.
going to be like about like taking out UESC, right? Like dealing with bots, like dealing with those fucking the AI. New Caloric is going to be about gathering resource data,
Hmm.
like not necessarily resources, but data on resources, or collecting particular resources that are like high in value, that are like organic in nature, or like for like the survival of mankind type stuff. Arachne is it's your aggressive, your PvP based a faction. You've got Mida, which is your like rebel against the system faction. Like not just fuck the UASC, fuck all of these megacorps
Yeah.
trying to get your bottom buck. Come join us. Um, and then what are the other ones? Then we
We
talked
have
about Cyber Acne.
SecGen, we have Mida, we have Arachne.
SecGen is the only one we
We
haven't
have not
gotten
touched yet.
into yet.
Yeah, we haven't touched that yet because of our limited playtime. And we keep dying. So uh
Yeah, it's been a little slow on some of our
it there's
missions.
Cyber Acme, New Caloric, Mida,
Traxxas.
Traxxas, Arachne. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, and
SecGen is
then
the last one.
and then yep.
So and of course that plays in the gameplay, and like Garrick said, they're giving you reasons to go and look for these things. It's not just, hey, fetch me like 5 light ammo weapons or whatever. It's like, hey, go to this place. There's a terminal you have to find. Download the data and extract. Like, we need this data. I don't care how you get it, how you do it. Get the data and get out.
I
Um,
also appreciate when you hack terminals and runs and stuff too.
mhm,
It's not just like a fucking thing that ditches into your inventory.
mhm.
It will literally like play audio like in the
Yeah,
game to like it's reading you an audio log. So you're not having to go fish for like lore in fucking like in flavor
yeah.
text for shit.
Yeah, and you don't have to like. You can do that there, but there's a Destiny style codec where you can like
Oh
read
yeah.
through more
Yeah, the
extra
codex, the
lore.
codex.
So that's that. But you know the world is super interesting. The voice acting is really great between the factions,
Oh
and
yeah.
they give like a real. Each one gives a really compelling reason as to why, and all of them are pretty mysterious. So it adds a air of like, oh, I kind of want to figure out like what everyone's deal is. But once you get all that under your belt, once all this happens, you got to jump in game. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with extraction shooters, it's PvPvE. So not only are you fighting,
Please note the order of those is important.
yeah,
It's not PvEVP, it's PvPvE.
yeah,
That order matters.
yeah, player versus environment. So mainly marathon, what's going to trip a lot of people who are coming in from arc raiders is that it is more aggressive and it is way more punishing. It's not going to be the level of Tarkov or Hunt Showdown or even Dark and Darker, but it's definitely going to
In
be.
between.
It's kind of, it hits a nice Goldilocks zone of being difficult, yet giving you the creature comforts and kind of quality of life changes that Arc Raiders kind of put up to the front. Um, and it makes the game a little bit more accessible. So when you drop in, um, you pick a shell, you go in, and your goal is to either, hey, do I find players for more loot? Do I just search the map and look around for loot, or am I gonna just try to get my quest done? And as you get in, the rest is up to you. The instance that you drop into, there's usually what, 40 minutes? 40 minutes total? 35 minutes
I
total, I think.
30 at 35 is I think it like a full match.
Yeah, 35. That is the max amount of
I'm gonna
time you're allowed to be in that raid. So so you have to find extraction points that are only revealed after a certain amount of time in the match. This is different from Tarkov and I think even Arc Raiders, where points on the map to extract to leave successfully are usually presented at the beginning of the match as soon as you start, while as Marathon takes a little bit of time and then just chooses random spots for those extracts to be in. Because
I do like that the extracts are random.
yeah, they're very random. Um, and so you go in, you do your thing, and you may run into players, but you'll most likely run into a lot of the computer enemies, which are the UESC, which is kind of the bad guys, if you will. So they're always going to be hostile to you. There's no point where they're not. Um, I think unless you're playing Rook, which we'll get into that as well. But you have a common enemy. Each player has a common enemy. Garrick.
So runs are a maximum of 25 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, because like every time I hear like the 20-minute mark, it's always really fast. So 25 minutes. So raids are quicker than most games, even for Arc Raiders. That's pretty fast. Comparatively to the other
Yeah, I think Arc Raiders
extractions.
has an extra 5 minutes on their
Yeah,
clock.
so like 30 minutes, 30 to 35. But for a marathon, despite being the name marathon, it's pretty quick in terms of like raids. And so you
Marathon
go
is
in,
the fact that you're going to be doing it a lot.
yeah, you're gonna be doing it a lot. And you obtain gear, you do quests, you try to extract, but you're also killing a lot of these UESC, which are these like robots and drones. They have different like tiered levels of enemy types. So it matches field dynamic
Mhm.
in that sense. And don't be fooled, these guys will really
They'll mop
overwhelm
the
you.
fuck out of you, man.
They'll
They will
mop you up
mop
if
your
you're
ass
not
up.
prepared. There's different events in the map, like mid game events. You can like finish out a contract, or you gotta hack a terminal for even better loot at the risk of having to fight more and more powerful UESC and attracting the sounds of players as well.
Events are announced in match too. You
In
get
mid
like a
match, yeah,
prompt. They're like it's like a high profit like opportunity coming
yeah,
or et
or
cetera, et cetera. Or you'll
reinforcements are
see
coming in,
icons on the map or
yeah,
like lockdown coming or anomaly notice. Like
hmm,
it'll give you like indicators like either visually or audibly to like, hey, there's something going on for you to potentially engage in.
yeah. And when you do engage, it is pretty fun. Me and Garrick, me having a lot more first person shooter experience, and Garrick, has a lot of just has a lot of experience playing Arc Raiders and like just playing extraction shooters in the past like year and a half or year, and just avid gamer. Like we do pretty well, not pretty well, but like we hold our own,
We're holding our
and
own. We're doing all right. Like
and
obviously, like honestly, DJ's just being nice. His game sense is way better than mine. He is the by far and away the superior shooter player, whether it's third person or first person. Like I trust me. I've watched him. Like we've been running together in matches. I can't tell you how many times we've like I'm just getting so old. I'm an old man gamer.
yeah,
And like we've been playing matches and like we'll be running up on some UESC and like he will just fucking snap and like bop 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 bop, and I'm just like, one, he didn't fucking miss a single bullet. Nothing hit the wall. Everything hit the enemy. I'm over here. I'm over here streaming the other night. We're stationary in a building. There's no enemies around. There's a claymore on the wall, and I go bop bop bop. And DJ goes, "Did you just miss 3 times hitting a claymore?" And I go, "Shut the fuck up."
But
it literally was just sitting there. I was like, the hitbox was fucking with me.
Hey, you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes, but no, thank you, Garrick. I appreciate it. But no, but like Garrick's no slouch either. Okay,
I have been holding my own though. I've been getting kills. Like I've actually been getting kills,
and it's been fun, and it's been really fun, and it's like the gunplay is really snappy. It feels like it doesn't truly feel like Destiny 2, but you there's some DNA in it, but I think it feels unique enough that it just feels snappier.
The gunplay's so responsive. Like I've just gotta say, solid. Like it's so snappy. Like I, as somebody who is not very good at being on target, like especially in like the heat of a firefight, like I am on shot. Aside from me, you know, like no pressure, not having to fuck missing a stationary claymore. Like a lot of the time in match when it's actually mattering, I am like hitting my shots, I'm hitting my targets, like I'm getting kills, you know, and and we're actually like I'm getting DJ back up and we're able to extract. God, I wish there's more times I was able to get you back up and extract.
Nah, dude, there's just unfortunate times where, like, I think last night we're like, oh
you got 3 in a row. You got 3 in a row last night where I was just like literally extracted alone. I was just like, God,
but at least at least you made it out. As long I feel better when at least one of us makes it out. But there was the last one last night where we're like, oh, the skybox is great. And then I just get jumped out of nowhere.
We were in match like what, 5 minutes? We were just like, I think that's a sign.
Yeah, like I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, you know, and I'm like, I love how because like Garrick is mentioning, like I was like, oh yeah, the nice skybox. I only look up for like a second. I was like, oh yeah, it looks nice, and I'm back to work. But I think Garrick, you were still staring at the sky.
And I was like staring up, and you're like, oh shit, I'm
getting shot. I'm getting jumped.
I'm like literally fucking ogling the skybox, and he's just like, blah blah blah. I just see a red reticle, and I'm like, oh no! And then their teammate comes around and gets me, and I'm like, well,
yeah. But that's the thing that I think that's you know, that's part of it. Like the world itself is so sick.
I don't think losing feels as bad because at the end of the day, if you see a runner that's not in a rook kit, you know you didn't get killed by some free kit loser. Yeah, like somebody is either using a sponsored kit. At the bare minimum, they're using a sponsored kit, which is at least lost consumables and a lost weapon every single time, and it's something that's like more valuable than just a kettle. You know,
and that's and I wanted to say that because I think because you know, or anyone who's listening to this, who has either played Arc Raiders or maybe even played Tarkov or maybe Arena Breakout Infinite or Dark and Darker, these other extraction shooters or extraction games, what sets this game apart from those? I think Marathon is kind of like has made moves to solve some of the core issues that kind of plague extraction shooters in a sense.
Every genre has like weaknesses that keep particular players at bay from getting into or trying a new genre.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, and I've gone to say because this genre mostly was pushed into by Hunt Showdown and Tarkov. The thing about Tarkov was not only for cheaters, but there's extract campers. There's you know, people who just run no gear for a while. They ran like no gear. They did hatchet runs. That's what they called it. Because you would just run in with a knife and you just loot.
Are a thing, dude.
Yeah. And so in Arc Raiders, it's like, okay, let's not do the hardcore thing that Tarkov does, and you have to wait 20, 15 to 20 minutes for a free kit, right? Every instance. Let's give everyone an opportunity to a free kit, and that kind of helped the game be more accessible because a lot of people was like, oh well, I didn't lose that much, I can just free kit back in. But what then the problem arise where you would spawn in like right at the start of a raid with a free kit instead of like starting later as opposed to Tarkov, because Tarkov's scav raids, which they're kind of free loadout raid, you start in the middle of a raid. So
Yeah,
most
you're
of
expected to work a little bit harder than somebody who's putting a full kit on the line.
yeah, and of course by 15 minutes into the match, maybe all the good loot is gone, but you can pick up from the scraps of other firefights that have happened. Maybe you have to maybe compete with everyone else who's also a scav or doing a free loadout to try to get some loot. And you're basically scrounging because you're a scavenger, a scav hunt. But for Arc Raiders, it was at the start of the raid. You can pull up free kit and mop a 3-stack.
Yeah,
And
being a scavenger is like the basis of the fucking game.
yeah,
Everybody has access.
yeah, everyone has access to that. And then you could sell the stuff back. And then you would basically just make infinite profit. So that's kind of killed that side of that. That is a main critique of Arc Raiders. For Marathon, your free kits come in of sponsored kits. So it's a rotation of sponsors, which are the factions in the game, that give you a free kit to use. There's two ways to do like a free kit. There's a free sponsor kit for your main shell, which you get to start at the start of the raid. But you
Yeah,
can't.
and that sponsored kit is dictated by whoever you're taking a contract from.
Yeah. And so you either get like a Volt weapon or, like just a low tier weapon and some low tier consumables. And you won't be able to change anything about that loadout. You can't bring in a better shield. You can't bring in different blueprints, or well, not blueprints. They're like upgrades for your character.
Yeah, they have like, because everything's so AI centric, you have like chips and mods that you can
Yeah.
give to your shell, not only your weapons. So like you can quite literally like give yourself really specific like
Yeah, you
things for
can
your
like
character.
boost
And
the
there's
shell's
mods that are shell
agility.
specific too.
Yeah, you can boost your shell's agility or their looting
Self heal.
speed, or yeah, and stuff like that. So a lot of items have stats. So of course, these free loadouts, you can also pick Rook, which is also its own shell, which you kind of embody like a shell that's one of the repurposed UESC robots, but you spawn in the middle of the raid, and I think UESC are not targeting you in that shell.
So they have like an ability where it takes longer to recognize that you're not UASC, and they do have like their tactical, like their L1 ability is like a UESC like
Cloak, like
I'm blending
camera,
in
yeah.
type deal.
Okay,
Yeah. So
so
like
and that's like, and compared to the other shells, they have more abilities, but the Rook, you only get that one, and kind of,
yeah.
and it's only for solo. You
And
cannot.
if you you can't do Rooks as a team. It's solos only.
Yeah.
Like literally, Rook is for solo, and you can play solo in other shells, and it will put you in a solo only campaign. But
Yeah.
if you choose to go solo Rook, you're getting put in a full lobby with trios.
Yeah. And if you're playing in a duo or a trio, you're getting put in trios as well. So
Yep.
but so that, I think they've solved that problem with free loadout, because when you loot in this game, the things that you pick up, some actually just get auto sold. The only things you get to keep are things that are
Yeah, it's just valuable.
for faction specific quests or for upgrades for your character or your shell.
Or the bartering system.
Or the bartering system as well. Um, so I think they solved that loot hoarding problem, which everyone just kind of picks up everything they see because they don't know if they might need it later. Some valuables will just get sold automatically as soon as you come out.
Yeah,
the
literally
raid.
just says like valuable item automatically gets sold upon return.
Yeah.
Which is honestly really nice because you're just like, oh, this is valuable to me. as credits, literally just money.
Yeah.
Which is nice because the gameplay loop encourages you to actively shop from the other factions.
Yeah, they actively shop and actively gets you to spend credits because you want to get some of that. Um, you just want to be able to spend that loot and,
It's an easy way to flesh your loadout out without
yeah,
having to,
yeah. And I think they're
go
getting a
in
lot
and
of
kill
stuff.
people.
They're getting a lot of stuff right. And also within game, like you said, like I said earlier, the extracts are random and you only get 2 spots to extract from. These maps are a little bit smaller than Arc Raiders or Tarkov. But it still
Which is
feels
nice,
pretty big. Still pretty
actually.
big. But
Very
there
lots of subtle layers.
a lot of subtle layers, and then also you have 2 extract points, maybe even a third.
I
Two
think there's
extract
three, but one of them's always
is gonna
guarded.
be guarded. Yeah, I think that's for the Dire Marsh and Outpost, but I don't think it's for Perimeter. Actually, no, we did have one on Perimeter. Okay, yeah. And these extracts only pop in after 5 minutes into the raid. So you
Hmm.
can't just like, oh, let me spawn in, let me just loot something and just go and leave. You actually have to wait a bit and you might face resistance. Also, at the same time, when you make an extraction, you actually use up the extraction. Um, I don't know how
Yeah,
many
it's not like the
teams.
Arc Raiders elevator.
Yeah, it's not like the elevator or the train or what have you. Once you use up an extract, once the team uses it up, it's gone. And you have
A
to
new
go
one
to
will
the
spawn
a new
somewhere
one will
else.
spawn, but it won't be in the same spot. So you have to be on your
Hmm.
toes. There's also guarded extracts, so when you call it in, it'll spawn in enemies that you have to defeat to get out. Which defeating enemies makes a lot of noise.
I don't think though, to your question, I don't think though that like there's a limit to how many like you can literally like it is honestly the way the extractions are designed, it doesn't encourage extraction camping at all.
Mhm.
It's hard to extraction camp the way they're set up.
Yeah,
Because it almost encourages you to just wait and try to just sneak in at the very last second and get booted out.
yeah, and get booted out because instead of like Arc Raiders where it's like an elevator or Tarkov where it's you have to sit at like a doorway or whatever. Um, there's like a field like you can see a visible circle around the extraction point, and as soon as that timer ticks from 10 seconds to 0, anyone inside is immediately zipped up. Okay, there's no, if you're downed
Anybody,
in
even
that
if you're
circle, you're
down,
gone. You're gone.
you're gone.
So, um, so even if you like extract camp and you down someone in there, they're most likely it takes a
10
lot
seconds.
to yeah, it takes a lot for you to kill them while they're in a down state, so they might just be zipped and gone, and they take all their loot with them, which also solves the kind of extract camp problem, unless you're already there, and preparing. So
Yeah, I don't think we've been camped at an extract. I think
yeah,
every
we've always
time
just
we've had a
met players
firefight at
there.
an extract, we met players there.
Yeah, because it's for everyone. And man, this game has so many cool changes to kind of the extraction shooter formula that I think it's really unique, and I think it's better than the rest of them in a lot of ways. Also, the sound design is so freaking good, dude. It's so
It
good.
really is. All of the guns sound good, even though they don't necessarily sound kinetic, but the ones that do sound kinetic, right? Like if that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah, there's
bolt
different
weapons
Volt
they have
weapons.
like a different feel and like sound compared to like, traditional ammunition firing weapons, or like the MIP, even like the MIP, like they all like they feel and fire differently, like in their audio design. The ambient audio for the world
Yes.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, it's very eerie. It's almost kind of haunting. Um
Dude,
and
it's
there's
always
like
been
no
so
music,
cool
dude.
when
There's like no
no,
freaking music. There's
it's all we're like we're chilling, and I can't tell you how many times where DJ's been like, I think I heard something,
yeah, I
and
think
you're
I heard
like
footsteps.
you're
Dude,
literally
the
like
footstep
you're
audio
just
is
like
so good.
you shut
It's
the fuck
so
up. So
yeah.
you're like shut up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
And you're like
stop. Like
nope.
yeah. No, I
Dude,
heard
I
the
can't say
motherfucker up there.
you're like above us, dude. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh shit. And then you literally like we like peeked out the door and there's this bitch just walking by the window. We're
Yeah,
like,
and you were
oh
like,
shit.
blast them, and just freaking it.
Get him.
And yeah, and if the PvP feels really good, and I think what I think a lot of if you were playing Arc Raiders, there's not a lot of opportunities for a PvE experience in terms of like oh I'm just trying to do my quest, bro. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna
Not
get
gonna
shot.
happen. This ain't-
You're gonna
yeah, you're
get
gonna get
shot.
shot. Like I
If
don't even think we've not even had comms on. Not ours, and the enemy hasn't had theirs on. It's
no
just
no no
been we're here for.
they did. Remember that one time?
Oh, did you?
No, we played, and then we downed one guy, and then remember, I think we were trying to like finish this one guy, and then like another one popped out, but we killed you knifed the first guy, or like you're trying to kill him, you're just shooting him down, and I hear him on the mic. He says, "Your mom, your mom, your mom, your mom, your mom," and, and then you kill him.
And then I killed him.
Yeah. And then his buddies came up, and we died. That's the one time.
Yeah.
That's the one time, but yeah, it was really
And it was
freaking
COD
funny.
lobby procs chat style
Yeah,
shit. Like it
there's some,
wasn't like Arc Raiders at all, dude.
Yeah, but you can also
No,
turn it
like-
off. The proc chat turn it
Yeah.
off, and
But
you can just
it's
play.
okay because the way like the world is set up, it's like you're almost kind of it's okay to feel like a silent protagonist in a sense because like you and your crew you are not trying to be noticed. You're not trying to make friends. You are a mercenary. This is not Arc Raid. You're not a salvager going to the top to try to benefit your community for the greater
Of
human race.
Speranza. Yeah,
No,
like
no,
you're
no, no.
not doing that.
You're
and,
going up paid by the thousands by a mega corporation to do their bidding, and you are gonna fucking murk whoever they ask for the highest dollar. Like that's it is it's okay because the world makes that make sense.
Yeah, and it's not like you don't have to do any mental gymnastics about it. Like in Arc Raiders, like there's always like psychological debates on like why like you shouldn't kill your fellow Raiders.
It's just against like that.
Yeah,
none of
like,
that's here. No,
none of
like,
that's
your
here. You're
runner
like, oh,
is-
it's
your
either
fellow runners are the enemy.
yeah, and depending on what faction you're really siding with in the moment, you're like, well, I don't have to worry about them. It's not that I want to team up with enemy raiders. It's more of I don't want to mess with them right now. That's not part of my job. I just want to go get this quest done.
Yeah.
But if they
We're
stop
here
me from getting my
to do
quest
this.
done, I'm gonna blast them.
It's all
Yeah.
it's
up.
We're gonna shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, shoot
And
first, ask
I
questions
like
later.
that. And the nice thing is I believe that both of those games there is a community meant for both.
Yeah.
Right. I do like playing Arc Raiders and being the community, like going in and
Yeah,
using
like let's
chat.
defeat the mother or
it's
whatever the
fun.
fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's fun.
it's a different experience. It's a fun experience. It's a great extraction experience. But also, I like going in and being a fucking right. Like, do you even operate, dude? Yes.
Yeah, like,
yes,
yeah.
I fucking do.
Yeah, do you like what you're not even loyal to any faction, man. Like pick a fucking side.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Like you're about to get run down. You're about to get run down and gunned down. If you
And we're gonna
know-
loot your shit, and then I'm gonna hack this terminal, and I'm gonna go get paid big bucks
yeah,
for it.
it feels like you feel like Boba Fett. You feel like Boba Fett, dude. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
It feels like
you definitely feel like you feel badass.
yeah, you're
you
like a fucking
definitely feel
bounty hunter, dude.
badass.
You're like fucking yeah, dude. I'm that guy. I'm that guy, man. You're not stopping. And that's I think that's the way the world is in the world's designed and built. It's like it has swagger. This game has a lot of swagger to
Everything
it. Like
does.
everything does,
Yep.
man. Everything you do. But yeah, man, that's basically it. It seems pretty
That's the
bare
kit and
bones.
caboodle.
That's the game, yeah. But it's $40. So you know, it's not a full
We do
price
have
game.
one glaring complaint that
The UI.
the UI on
The UI,
and,
that's
like,
it.
Just fix that shit. The shit looks like a mobile game. I'm not even gonna like. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's a
gonna
mobile gacha
sugarcoat
game.
it
If
doesn't
anyone
look
has
good.
played Genshin Impact, Zenless
Doesn't
Zones,
look
or
good.
any Hoyoverse game, you already know you have to go into menu to go in to find
it is
this
actually
notification.
dude. It's so it's dead ass. It's ZZZ's UI. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding.
Yes. That's why I literally said this is a gacha game UI. Like this is I don't
Yeah,
know
like,
where the
almost.
fuck Like,
which is crazy because like it doesn't have like any acquisition like loot bundle mechanics or anything like
but
that.
like
So
Destiny
like
2 was the same thing. When you like go
yeah, I think
codec
it's
into
just the
like,
way.
I
Yeah,
think they just
it's
wanted to
definitely
do
the
that.
way. But I think the way that they did it in Bungie though, like it's less offensive to the eyes
Yeah, it's like a little bit
because
more subtle, but like you still
yeah,
have to check it out.
it's still menus on menus and like
And like you have to
we just
find
don't
the
need to be
one
doing that. Like
tab in that menu that has the notification on it. But thank God they have a mark all
mark
as
all as
seen
red.
button. Oh, thank God. My goodness, man. I
Yeah,
would have been drooling
because I'm
myself
not
insane.
searching through that shit.
Because I
Yeah.
don't like the notification. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, you
Mhm.
have a thing. Hey, you have a little thing right here. You should click it.
No,
Where
get it away
where
from
am
me.
I? Where it's like it searched to find this shit. Um
Yeah.
oh man.
But yeah, that's our that we've got probably what? How many hours do you think we're in it
Um
at this point? Oh,
it's like
5,
seven,
6?
7 hours.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Hmm.
Like we've got a good chunk of time.
Oh
But
man.
uh let's give it our rating. Play it now, wait for sale, deep sale, or hard pass. Again, this is a $40 game retail.
Hmm.
DJ, yours.
I if you're a fan of extraction shooters, I think it's a play it now. If you like the aesthetic, I think it's I've grown to really enjoy it. I think it's a play it now for $40. I think great to play with friends. Um, the aesthetic's great. Maybe we haven't hit the plateau yet that extraction shooters have in terms of progression. Um, but
Yes.
it's been fun
Yeah.
so
But
far.
that will
Even
come that will come with the nature of it being a live service game, right? We won't hit that plateau until about halfway through the season after we've dedicated a good chunk of
Mhm,
hours. Like we've got a lot more perks. We've done tons of contracts, and like and we're feeling whether or not we're feeling how we're gonna feel about that
mhm,
reset. And it is different. Again, force resets. It's a true extraction shooter. In that regard, Arc Raiders takes a more casual approach to that. This is a when the season's gone, everybody starts over. If you
mhm,
don't like that, be be aware of that. For my part, I do believe for $40, if you enjoy extraction shooters, this is absolutely a play it now. I believe this is never going to be as popular as Arc Raiders, but I do believe this is going to cultivate a strong core player base
mhm,
because Bungie has the assets and the backing and the funds to give this the time and love that it needs to cook into a great game. Just plain and period. As long as they don't Destiny to the fuck out of it. Uh,
mhm,
right. So, but different creative team with different ideals, so it could play out differently for it in the long run. I
mhm,
will say there is a small caveat. If you are interested because it is a Bungie game, if you are interested because you like Destiny 2, if you are interested because you like hero shooters or the aesthetic, wait for a sale. Even at $40, I think the game is just punishing enough to a player who's not willing to take the time to really understand its gameplay loop that you can totally be like fuck this game
mhm.
within the first 60
Yeah, you
minutes
could, but
and never play that shit again. But like
but you'll.
you got to understand what an extraction shooter is. If you're
Mhm,
not sure, I just do yourself the favor of listening to this review
yeah,
and watching some YouTube videos like on what the genre is because if you're on the fence, like be informed before you
yeah,
purchase because you
definitely be
might
informed.
not like it otherwise.
Yeah, but I will say if you'll know if this game is for you within the first like few
Quick,
hours, and you can get that
quick.
refund like lickety split. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. This is definitely like there's been people I've seen it. People have been like, yeah, I refunded it. Like, and you're like, dude, that's for you. I get it.
yeah,
Like, but like, it didn't hit the way that it did for with you for Arc Raiders. And I've
mhm,
had friends that are like, yeah, it's fun, but I like Arc Raiders better, right? And you can tell that Arc Raiders will remain their main extraction experience.
mhm,
Also, fine. Like I believe these games exist in the same genre, but not in the same space in the genre at all.
yeah,
And that is what's important when cultivating a player base in a genre that is very hardcore.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, we got what? We got one more thing
Yep,
left
gotta
to talk
go.
about.
We
Yep.
got one more conversation to have. Uh, it's an interesting one, as a matter of fact.
Mhm.
But we are moving into the end game
End game. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
because what in the fuck's going on around here? Some good, some bad, a little bit of this is all a little questionable. But you know what? Xbox has announced their latest console in Project Helix, and Sony is rolling back its decision to port its exclusive titles to PC, starting with Ghost of Yote.
Ooh, yeah.
We've
Yep.
got a couple articles here. We're going to be referencing these, not reading. If you would like to read them for yourself, you may do so. The articles are everything we know about Project Helix, the next Xbox console, from Ollie Welsh over at Polygon, or we have Wesleyan Pool's article at IGN. Sony has reportedly returned to console exclusivity in part because some within PlayStation are worried that releasing games on PC may hurt sales of PlayStation 5 and even the PlayStation 6, which is a very wordy title.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start with the Project Helix announcement, because there's a lot we just don't know. We know a little, but a lot that we just don't know. We know what's happening. This is going to be the next console, just when everybody thought that Xbox was ready to be done in the console department, as rumors, had begun circulating over the last 2 years. They were just going to be doing a PC or some sort of PC-like object. It seems they're still trying to maintain their presence in the console race with the announcement of Project Helix just a week ago. Very, very exciting news. We are I'm pretty hype on this. I think it was 4 days ago that they got announced. To see what happens with this, I need a W from Xbox. There's a lot of weirdness going on. Not happy with Xbox or Microsoft right now, personally. Um, but what do we know about Project Helix? We know that it is the latest upcoming hardware. We know it is rumored to run PC titles in the same fashion that the Steam machine may. It could be looking to run a Microsoft like experience. It is going to be running on an AMD chip. We know that it is speculated to be expensive.
Ooh, yeah.
Right now, it is estimated that Project Helix will cost between $1,000 and $1,200, at least double the price of the Xbox Series
That's probably
X
just
when it
mostly
launched in
RAM.
2020. Yes.
RAM
Um,
prices, man.
This is coming from a well-informed gaming hardware YouTuber. More Law is dead. It's like a Linus Tech Talk, so like it's very prominent, well-informed. Like when they make their estimations, they tend to be at least in the ballpark. Um, Times is rough. In an AI-driven world, RAM is crazy fucking expensive, and it's going to affect everything that you love and hold dear in the video game universe,
Yep.
including your new chipsets in your consoles. Fuck, 12,000. 12 it costing 1,000 can be rough. We honestly we don't know a lot about this console. We just know that they've finally put their foot forward, and we know it's happening. uh DJ, you're not like a huge console gamer guy, but
Used
you've
to.
participated in the Game Pass via PC, and like supported Microsoft in that regard. I've had my Xbox and had an Xbox many times in the past. How do you feel about this new console announcement being a more expensive project, but also having the capability of running PC games?
It's tough. it's tough because, you know, it's hard to be excited about any new system coming out because of the RAM prices and even storage, SSD storage space prices. Um, and also there
Dude,
is
they put a $1,000 price tag on the Asus ROG Ally, like the Xbox one, right? Like the
yeah,
handheld. Like
it's in the
that's a
same price.
handheld.
So I, one, you question the performance and how well it's going to do running these new games, and second of all, they're going to be competing directly with the Steam machine, which is releasing this year still. Um,
Yes.
and that has advertised it to be a full on like PC, like not just
It's
a
legit,
console,
just a
it's a
compact
legit,
PC.
yeah, compact PC. So that is, if that is their competition, they have to pack so much performance in that thing, and make sure it can run Windows first and foremost. Secondly, it doesn't have any like weird UI, or it's got to be accessible.
It's got to be yeah, it has to be intuitive and accessible. Like it, yeah. We can't like this can't be like a Google tablet, Google phone type debacle where like we're gonna do our own thing, and you're just like you went so far off the fucking reservation. Ooh, that was a bad. Sorry, that was an insensitive way to frame that.
Hmm.
You went so far off script and norm for what these things are supposed to look like that nobody wants to buy your shit anymore, right? Like Google Pixel phones, like they have a market for people that like really Google shit, right? But anybody who just uses a regular phone is like, what the fuck is this device? How do you navigate this? Because it's like too unique. And like I've seen like Microsoft tablets and things have bad UI in the past. Uh, I really hope that like it
Hmm.
honestly the Series X S UI was shit when it launched. It got a
Yeah,
facelift.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's so crazy because I just don't know what this could possibly be. And of course, with the new change in
Oh
leadership,
god, what's it gonna look like?
what's it gonna look like? One, two, because like everyone
They're running
knows
out
what
of
a fucking
designs.
PS5 looks like. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that it's
Yeah,
so striking. You look at an
it's yeah.
Xbox Series X
You
and
know
S,
it's a
you're like, what the
silhouette.
fuck is that?
Yeah,
If
it's
you take out the
literally.
Xbox logo out of the, you wouldn't know what you thought it'd be a speaker. Um, but but you see the curvature of a PlayStation 5. It doesn't even have a PlayStation
You're
logo
like, oh, that's
on
a
it. Like,
PlayStation.
yeah, like it has like one like little one in the corner, but like if you just look, oh yeah, that's a PlayStation 5. So one, the R&D department or whatever, it has to fucking design this thing like clean. Two, with the change in leadership at Xbox, with Asha manning the helm, which I've grown a little bit more confident about, but
Yeah, feeling
still
better, feeling
cautious.
better.
Still a little cautious. We don't know if this is like they said, they didn't promise, but they said like no AI is gonna touch this thing, no slop.
They did
But
say. We'll
but
see.
Windows comes with Cortana, or like not like Halo Cortana, but the AI like voice, like
The
Siri
AI,
is supposed
they're
to be.
like, yeah,
It comes with
they're
Copilot, which
product.
is the head of, she used to run Copilot. Asha used to be at Copilot with the AI stuff. So we
Yeah,
do not know what this thing's gonna look like. We
yeah,
do not know what it's
yeah.
gonna do.
Do not be shocked when your next Xbox console just has Gemini on it. Like, don't be.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, man, I just don't know. We need to see more. I'm not sure why they just showed nothing.
Yeah,
um,
literally, just like quite literally, like the Helix is just like a wrapped X. Like,
you know that
like
gif
it's
from
like a stylized.
that monster movie where like the blob is like shoving Jello in that guy's face. You seen that gif? Yeah,
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 from
that's
Monsters
what
vs
Xbox just did.
Aliens.
Like, ooh, I have Project
Ooh,
Helix.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, okay,
What?
yeah, like,
You're like, hey, remember we're all still kind of fucking mad at you right now.
yeah, like,
You
uh,
remember when you bumped Game Pass to $30 a month?
$30. Yes, Game Pass still expensive. Like, you had
You're
layoffs. You had a
constantly laying off
Sarah
people.
Bond
You're
just like literally resigned for like literally with no
still, yeah,
statement.
that still feels
That
fishy?
still feels
Question
fishy as
mark.
hell.
Like,
Yeah. Like that's actually crazy. So
Yeah, not
I
like I don't know if I'm willing to just drop potentially more than $1,000 on your next console. That's for fucking sure. Especially now that I do have a PC, I'm just like, oh, I will upgrade before I fucking purchase $1,000 entry level console just for the next gen. That's crazy, brother. And like honestly, we're getting to the point to where I bet you we see like I bet you Xbox doesn't do like another Series S. I don't think it worked out well enough for them.
Like what, double
Helix
helix
is
and
going to
single
be
helix?
yeah, dude. I don't think I will be shocked if we do, because of the life cycle and reception overall, both from gamers and developers to the Series S. Um, I don't think we get another. I don't think they do that again a second time. I don't think that's the way. Um, but I think as a result of that, like they're going to be cutting out like a portion of like their player base and like their
Mhm.
consumer market, and that like I don't know, they're already like at a loss in the console game. So
Yeah, who knows? They
I
got
don't
to play a
know.
lot of catch up. Genuinely non-existent. This not non-existent, but like everyone knows what a PlayStation 5 is. Like literally everyone.
Yeah, like it's just yeah, they definitely there was a time where Xbox was the name, but now I would say like it's not the case anymore.
Hmm.
And uh not disappointed in the announcement of this project, not excited about this project. Uh Interested to see what it develops into, and how it will compete with whatever the PlayStation 6 shapes up into being. Uh I don't know. Uh but we have a second article to kind of pair with this and ask some secondary questions, because Sony's making some interesting choices.
Yeah.
And uh, this article makes a statement that it is due to one thing, but is it maybe due to the broadening of some other things? Sony has recently announced that they're not going to be porting their previously console exclusive games to PC anymore. They're going to be pulling that back.
Yeah, they said more console exclusivity, which can
Yep,
be a
they're
good,
doubling
but I
down.
think mostly bad thing.
I think that's mostly going to be a negative thing, for them. They feel like they're going to be leaving money on the table. Is basically what they're coming from. They think it's going to hurt their overall profit margin because people are going to be buying less consoles by buying their games in other places. Um, Interestingly enough, this did not say that they were going to be pulling back on potentially porting exclusive to Xboxes, which they've also started doing. Um, so but who knows? Because everything is an Xbox now, so
Yeah,
everything that's available on Xbox is also available on PC. So it's like I could see them being like, "Well, nah, because this is related to this, we're not going to participate in this either."
yeah,
But the fact that they're starting with with titles already this year, they're like immediately pumping the fucking
yeah.
brakes,
They're
dude.
like,
They're like, "Oh yeah,
I wonder what
they're
meeting they
like, oh yeah, yeah,
had. Yeah, to
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
warrant
to
this.
decide this because they're like, oh yeah, some of our one of our most anticipated games of last year, Ghost of Yote, that's not coming to PC anymore. Fuck you guys, actually. Critically well received. Did numbers in unit sales. The previous titles on PC now. Um, fuck you. You can never play the sequel on PC though. You're gonna have to purchase our ecosystem to be able to participate in the sequel specifically. Um, Same thing with Returnal. Returnal available on PC. You want to play the highly anticipated sequel to one of the greatest modern roguelite bullet hell shooters ever created? Eat
Mhm.
our asses and purchase our ecosystem so that you can play Soros on a
Yeah, we're
PlayStation 5
Applifying
exclusively.
the gaming space right now.
Like they're literally like, what are they doing? Like, what the fuck is this shit? And like, I don't. This seems like a really radical and very sudden shift. Um, why do you think this is actually because like? Do you really think this is because them releasing on PC is actually hurting their bottom line? Uh, or do you think they're seeing uh Xbox spread everywhere like a disease, right? Into
Yeah.
every nook and cranny of like every asset. Like it's going to be on your phone, it's going to be on your PC, your TV, your tablet, your
Yeah.
like your home network devices. Everything's an Xbox, and they're
Mhm.
like, ugh, don't talk to me or my son ever again, right? And they're and they're just pulling the whole thing back, and they're like, our stuff's gonna stay on our stuff. You guys are getting a little
Mhm.
too free with your love and your and spreading your games around. This is weirding us out.
Mhm.
This is what this is reading to me. It's like it
Yeah.
feels like they're panicking. They're like, that's too much. It's too much. Too much change too fast. Too
Yeah.
much change too fast.
A
We're
lot of
scared.
change. There's a lot of change, like really fast.
Dude, uh again, you are mostly a PC gamer these days.
Mhm.
You've been one of our biggest advocates for port this shit. I want to play this shit.
Yeah, I want
How
to
do you
play
feel
this.
about this sudden rollback?
This is shitty. This is kind of shitty. I mean, I don't know like what how much sales are they really losing? Like because hear me out, man. The people who play console, they're never switching to PC unless they're like truly
Dude,
dedicated
yeah, like
to like PC
unless
gaming.
yeah. It's not. It's true. Like unless you're just like, oh yeah, I gotta get it. Like 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 we've had friends that finally opened that door, but like it's because they've already generally had an interest in PC gaming, but didn't have the accessibility.
Yeah, they didn't have the
Mine was
money,
the
the
case was
funds. Yeah.
yeah. I grew up a PC exclusive gamer. I didn't have consoles. I had a console of the time was a PlayStation 4. I had never up until then had anything current. I was always like a generation or two behind sometimes. Uh,
Yeah.
and so like I was always a PC gamer because there was tons of PC games. This is fucking before Steam was even a goddamn thing, dude. What everything had a proprietary launcher, 6 discs to install something. You were
Yeah.
fucking like you had CD keys for shit. Like that was my gaming experience. That was my life. And then like it was it got very expensive to maintain being a PC gamer at one
Yeah.
point during the mid 2000s when it became very popular. So I switched to console and stuck with that for a very long time. And I'm just now getting back into the PC like side of things after like over a decade, dude. I haven't had like the first thing I did was up my WoW subscription, like because I missed being a PC gamer so much, right? As much as I rag on you guys and say PC mustard race and like
Mhm.
and brag on all that shit, because to make no mistake, I do enjoy just putting a fucking disc in the console or downloading it and having it just play. Right? There is like there always that PC experience of I'm gonna have to tweak my settings so this runs the way I need it or want it to. Uh,
Mhm.
but that's just part of being a PC gamer. And but dude, I feel like this is going to be so weird because there's just like this half existing catalog now of PlayStation games on PC available for purchase, with
Mhm.
just no plans to ever expand on that catalog. And it's weird. Like that just feels dead internety. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's just a graveyard of like PlayStation games from times past. The greatest hits of all your favorite PlayStation games exists on Steam, but every modern hit that you ever had your eyes on for this console going forward is never gonna grace, your GPU. And that's a weird feeling in a time where we feel like we've been actively working towards and pushing less
Mhm.
towards console exclusivity. Um,
Yeah, and it's like and with console exclusives, a lot of people didn't buy the PlayStation 5 because they didn't have enough exclusives, and the excuse is,
had
well,
no
it's gonna be on
games,
P
right?
had no games, and I think that was the problem. We didn't. It's not the exclusives, like the games weren't there.
Yeah, and Xbox had the same gripe, but everything that was on Xbox was simultaneously available on PC through Game Pass most of the time. So people spent their money that way, and like we're at least okay with it, dude. Like the PlayStation catalog is not of the same caliber as what Game Pass used to be when it was at its prime, right? It's
mhm.
like they're more often than not adding really fucking old games onto there, or games that have like fallen out of relevancy and are now being put onto a streaming service to regain relevancy or to recuperate interest in sales, which is kind of the opposite of what the Game Pass platform exists for, which is to have people try games and generate interest in sales from a launch standpoint rather than from a retroactive standpoint. And I don't know. This feels real bad, man, and it's hard to be a console fan right now when it feels like all of these companies are actively moving against your interest as a
And
gamer because they
and
don't see you as a gamer.
yeah, dude, and think about this, dude. All these games that we've been playing for the past few years have been cross-play forward, and a lot of people have friends on different machines and they want to play games. So now,
Yeah,
how does Call of Duty work? How does like any multiplayer game like, or are they just like only shooting for single player games? But
like oh
let's talk
yeah,
about
what,
let's talk
yeah,
about Ghost of Yote, who has the Legends mode coming up. You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
that sucks. That sucks ass, man. That multiplayer experience will die so much faster now because it is limited to existing on a single ecosystem. I've said it once and I've said it a million times. If you are going to release a PvE driven multiplayer experience, your player pool needs to be as big as possible. Because at the end of the day, there are always going to be people that just play from the beginning of the game until the credits roll and never touch it again.
yeah, genuinely. Like I don't know what else. And I think the thing about console exclusivity is archaic. Like,
It's
yeah,
dumb,
let's
dude.
rob
It's
let's rob
stupid.
someone.
It's
It's
elitist.
anti-consumer, because like, why rob me of like, let's like God of War. Like, everyone said God of War was like the greatest story that they've played, greatest single player game, and I couldn't play it. I'd have to buy a console to play it. Like, what's with this? Like,
Yeah, dude. Like,
this.
why are you
The console
robbing
wars are
people of
over.
that
Let's
experience,
stop
man?
like
They
placing
want to
loyalty.
spend their money on
Yeah,
your game.
yeah. Let us spend. I will spend the money. I'm not even pirating the game, dude. Let me play the freaking game. Um. Yeah. No.
But apparently, in their mind, but the issue is in their mind and their meetings, right? They're like, no, we're not selling enough video game units at a AAA benchmark at $70 or more, right, for deluxe editions, etc. Right? We're not selling enough of those in their mind to recoup how many consoles they could potentially be selling by withholding those titles and trying to be like, hey, you know, carrot stick, if you want this, come over to our. But like that feels so bad in this console generation. Like
Yeah.
that why?
Like, the only company that can really do that right now is
What
Nintendo, and that's it. And that is genuinely it. I feel like
because
Nintendo's the only
Nintendo
one.
always been exclusive and maintained that. Period.
And
They're
there's
like
never been a
Pokemon is
Nintendo exclusive
never
game
gonna
on
be.
PC
They're like
or
yes,
on
they're
any
like
other console,
Pokemon's never going to be on PC or another. It's never going to happen.
because all those games are designed for that console specifically. Like,
They
genuinely,
stood on business on that, and that's
yeah.
okay.
And
But
like,
like,
they
don't
use the
branch out and be
gyroscopic
like,
controls and
no.
shit. Like they actually made the game around the console most of the time. Like like what can you do with the like that's like Astrobot. Like if they made games like Astrobot all the time for PlayStation,
Yeah,
then I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But your God of
yeah.
War, like
Your haptic feedback's not so important that
yeah, it's
like you
not it's
can't
not it's
put your
not it's not
fucking game on
innovative. It's not like
PC.
it's not console exclusive with the haptics and vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I get to use the touchpad. Oh, okay, cool. Sick.
Neat. Like
Like, What's going on?
What's wrong
I
with the
shake
fucking
my
select
mouse.
button? Why
Yeah, like,
why did we get rid of that? Like everything got like yeah, dude. I don't know. It's just this feels like a very this is such a souring play from Sony. As somebody who likes their single player experiences. Also, fucking rip anybody who was excited about Wolverine now. Like,
oh, dude, yeah,
dude,
man.
you're like, oh yeah, man, I finally get to
R.I.P.
experience the next in Insomniac. You finally got Spider-Man 2. Right? Nope. The next iteration, the next latest and greatest in that superhero universe. Nah, you got to spend a bare minimum of $500. Actually, wrong. You have to spend a bare minimum of $600 because you have to pick up the console and the fucking game.
And the game and controller, maybe, you know.
Maybe a fucking PlayStation Plus subscription if you want to play online. Dude,
Yeah,
heaven forbid.
fuck
Heaven
God.
forbid you want to do a multiplayer experience
God
by just
damn.
using the internet service you already pay for every fucking month.
Yeah, man. I think this is just more reasons to get a PC, get a Steam machine, or maybe a Project Helix. So, maybe
Yeah, man.
this
This shit
skews in the Xbox's
feels
favor.
bad.
Yeah, nah, no bueno
Feels
for
bad.
sure.
Oh, dude. Okay, see, and again, I just keep thinking of like, how is this going to affect this franchise? How is this going to affect this franchise? Right?
Hmm.
Because first and foremost, we honestly got really lucky because Marathon, frankly, is Bungie owned, which is Sony owned. Like, it's a
Hmm.
third party studio, but at any point they could be like, you can't release your shit on PC anymore, and you would just have to deal with that. Sorry. The how does this Oh my god, if I worked at Guerrilla Games right now, I would be fucking pissed. They just announced a brand new live service multiplayer game.
Hmm. Yeah.
Is this going to be on PC? Is this going to be on Xbox? Because I guarantee you, if you release a Horizon, an exclusive, an already exclusive IP with a niche player base and a niche fan base, a multiplayer game existing on no other ecosystems, uh,
Hmm.
with no crossplay, D-O fucking A. Like, that shit's toast.
Yeah, man. There's never been a. I
Like,
wouldn't
how to
say
kill
never
a
been.
game 101.
It hasn't been a game in a while that you would spring forward to get an advance on your paycheck to buy a console to play a game. Like, there hasn't been a
Yeah.
generational type of game like in 10 years. I don't think there has been.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I would think like the biggest game that like got people to buy consoles in the last decade wasn't even a fucking exclusive title. It was Elden Ring, brother. It was Elden Ring, which was available on everything.
Yeah, that was like the biggest game. Baldur's Gate 3 was on all
Yeah,
platforms.
Baldur's Gate 3
Expedition
got
33.
all platforms.
Let's
Like,
look
dude,
at
and everybody, Baldur's Gate 3 is a great example too, because that was PC exclusive, but everybody knew it was coming to console. So they were like, it's okay, I can wait. And they waited and they got a great experience for their patience.
yeah.
Waiting is okay. Not just saying, fuck you, we're never porting it. That sucks.
Yeah, dude, like and I feel like they're just still riding the coattails of like God of War, the original God of, like not the original, but
Oh
the
yeah, dude.
first
The
God of War
2018.
2019, which won game of the what? No, it didn't win game of the year, or did it?
Yeah,
It
2018 it won Game of the Year against Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah, and then God of War Ragnarok won as well, I
Best
believe.
narrative, I think, not Game of
That's
the Year.
not game of the year. So yeah, 2019 was like 2018 was the only time you would probably be like, man, I look, you want a PlayStation 5 for God of War, but that was on what? It was on
Yeah,
PS4.
dude, that's 8 years ago now. We're going on
That was on like
over
PS4
almost
Pro, right?
fucking a
The God of War
decade, bro.
2019 was not
Yeah.
on PS5. That was not on
No,
PS5.
it was a PlayStation 4 game, dude. We're literally talking riding the coattails of one of your most successful games. And dude, honestly, that's a very PlayStation ass fucking play because you want to know what game they rode the coattails off of before God of War for fucking ever? The Last of Us, dude.
The Last of
Remastered,
Us.
remake, reported, re-graphic, re-fucking cockblocked, rewoked, re-graphicked, we support
Yeah,
Israel
dude.
edition. Like fucking,
Yeah.
they've done everything with that shit. There
And
have been
before that, it
so
was
like,
Uncharted.
yeah, man,
They're riding off
fucking
of
Jesus
Naughty
Christ.
Dog and what, Santa
They
Clara?
have
Like what?
two fucking
Yeah,
Santa Monica Studios,
Santa
two
Monica. Yeah,
studios. They're just like three now because they got Bungie, right? They have three studios. They're like,
but they're never
they make
exclusive.
all
Bungie's
of our
never been
bosses.
exclusive for that. They haven't made
Yeah.
a
Oh yeah.
Halo.
No,
They're not
either.
making Halo.
Yeah. Or Insomniac. Insomniac's the other one.
I guess. Yeah.
But like in Insomniac's only like that's like a come up studio for them. Like what they started with Ratchet and Clank, my dude, and now they're like on the scene as big dogs with Spider-Man. But like that's with Spider-Man.
Dude, and it wasn't even as popular as you might think. Like I feel like Spider-Man 2 came and went.
It was great. Spider-Man 2 did come and go. It was well received, did great, didn't have the cultural impact that the first game did.
And guess what? That you know why? Because it wasn't on every platform. No one else played.
No, dude, because it shucks. It shucks. Like darn, the conversation around your titles are going to be limited when less people get to play them. Fucking weird.
And guess what? Those games are on PC now, and people are playing them.
Yeah, and they're playing them on PC happily. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah. Wow.
This is rough shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird time to be a purchase interested in gaming. I'm just gonna say it. Like not even to be
just
a
like
gamer.
Be a consumer, dude. It's just fucking sucks.
It's fucking weird. Everybody's against you. Nobody wants you to have the things that they claim that they're making just for you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's just like this is for you, but it's never going to be affordable to you specifically. Or this is for you, but we're actually going to lock it behind something that you don't want.
Oh yeah, this is for you, but not your friend, right? Though, because he's not supporting us. Like,
yeah, exactly, or like like this game's great, fantastic multiplayer experience. For some reason, in 2026, we as an international multi-billion-dollar company are still against crossplay. Like literally, like if you ever want to, I hate that the answer to the question is why doesn't this game have crossplay? Fucking ask Sony.
Dude, and bro, I wonder. I want to see the numbers.
Studios and developers. They straight up
show us the
developers on crossplay.
Dude, show us the numbers on. Are you actually losing money? Because, dude,
yeah, I need
news
to know.
News broke today.
The figures.
News broke today. Remember, Fortnite is increasing the price of V-Bucks. They're like, yeah, it costs more to keep up Fortnite. We're increasing prices. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not playing Fortnite anymore. Like,
yeah,
like that's. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're gonna say it's money related, show us the figures.
Show us the figures.
Gone are the days of company loyalty and trust. Like, I'm never going to assume that you, as a corporation, have my best interest in mind as a consumer, right? Because I know that you think of me as a consumer, not a person, right? I am a unit sold. I am a figure, right? I am a subscription. I am this, I am that, but I'm not a person. And so if you're not going to treat me like that when I'm spending my money on your products, you at the bare fucking minimum have the obligation to provide to me the best experiences possible at price points that makes sense for your democratic and your player base.
Yeah, and of course the political climate too. Like what
increasing the prices of your consoles because our president is a fuckstick and right because of tariffs. An AI world where RAM prices continue to increase, right? And like nobody wants to buy your shit. Like nobody wants to spend like the $600 or more on a PlayStation Pro, a PlayStation 5 Pro.
And dude, I would respect any of these companies so much to be like, hey man, we are stopping production because we can't provide you a product at a price point which you would buy it at. So we're stopping until it changes.
Point, dude.
Yeah.
Steam Deck literally did exactly that. They're like, actually, we can't affordably acquire the chipset to make this Steam Deck, right? Like, and it's not all of their Steam Decks. It's like one of the profiles. It's like
Yeah.
we can't make this one anymore because we can't get the chipset that we were buying to make this level of this product at the price point that we will be able to maintain. So, like, if we either I can't acquire it at all, or we can acquire it at such a markup that we would have to. So we're going to choose to not make that product indefinitely. But you can still purchase these other two available. We know that they're a higher price point, but they're still affordable within
they have a little bit more features or something like that. Yeah,
right.
like where is the
but they're being
just semi-transparency?
about
Yeah,
the issue. Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
It's not there.
It's not there, and it will probably
Like,
never be there because they're so
not with
profit
Sony,
driven.
because Sony is so profit driven. They're such an elitist company. Like they have always had the mentality that our players are the best in the world. Our players are going to spend our money on our products no matter what. Sony is to the gaming world what Apple is to cell phones at the end of the day. It just is, right? Right, like, because it's not the most customizable console. It doesn't have the widest collection of games. It doesn't have the most features. It's not the most innovative. It just does certain things really well for a particular group of individuals that have the dosh to fucking continues to support that product.
Yeah. Sheesh, man.
Yep.
What a world we
crazy time to be a gamer. So let us know, people at home, what you think about the announcement of Project Helix. What you think about Sony rolling back their exclusivity, broadening programs to release and port to PC. The two biggest gaming consoles on the big blue marble are making sweeping changes. One supposedly for forward, the other supposedly pushing back in the interest of their exclusivity. How does this affect you as a gamer? How do you guys feel about this? Are you guys purchasing the Helix? Are you guys going to stop supporting PlayStation? Let us know in the comments section below, because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all of the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions you want to hear each and every week. If you like what you've heard, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/GoodKrakenPods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes when they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community in our Discord channel by clicking that link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have got to go, everyone, but until next time...
games. More games. We want more games, but not more prices.
Yeah. More games, less exclusivity. Keep things affordable, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sakes, man.